All right, we're talking about population density, our last topic for chapter 11. Population density, another use of the word density, you might have think of it as being how thick something is or how dense substance is. Another use for that word, density, occurs in the term population density, and that means the population density of a city, county, or state, or even you could talk about the number of deers in Rock Cut Park. It's the measure of how many people or animals live within a given area. So we're talking about people right now. If we say population density, probably number of people divided by the area of the land. Okay, it's usually given in terms of square miles, but it also could be in other units such as city blocks. All right, so it's population divided by area. Well, let's do it. If we've got a town with an area of 10.4 square miles, the population is 3,619. You take the population and you divide it by the area, 10.4. And then your answer is going to be in square miles, people per square mile. So I need to have my worksheet here because I keep on losing my numbers. Oops. Okay, fix that. 10.4. And we're getting, oh, sugar, I hit clear. That was really bright. 36 divided by 10.4. You probably are, by the way, already done, I'm sure. All right, it's 347, about 348 people per square mile. And you label it people per / square mile. You want to use MI for miles because you don't want to use an M, because what does M mean instead? Meters. All right, thank you. Number 2, population of Colorado in 2009 was about 5,224,748. The land area can be approximated by a rectangle with these following coordinates. All right, I'm going to plot a 0, 0. I'm just going to think about what this would mean. 369, 0 would mean to go right 369. If I were plotting 369, 281, I'd be going right 369 and up 281. All right, and then if I went from 0 to 281, I'd be up here. Okay, so what are the lengths of the sides? It's easy. Yep, because if you went from 0 to 281, you went 281 units that way, right? If you went from 0 to 369, you went 369 units to the right. So that's the length of the sides. All right, so now let's find the area of this space, which would be 281 times 369. Now that's kind of big, but I'm going to go find it. 281 times 369. All right, we got 10,000. Ooh, no, that's 103,689. And I need to divide the number of people by that. So I got to find out how many people there were now. It was back up here, 5,000 or 5,024,748 people. So we can grab our calculator, 5,000, whatever, 5 million, whatever it was, 24024. And then what comes next, please? 748. Thank you. 748. Divided by, I already have this number on my calculator, so I don't have to worry about remembering that one. 103689. Not reading my numbers right now. We got some big numbers here. So this is 48 point, and now what would you do if you're going to the nearest whole number? Be 40, not 49, it would be 48. You don't round twice. So since the first decimal point, if you're rounding to the nearest whole number, which is the ones, this is smaller than 5, so you drop it. So it would be about 48 people per square mile. Okay, number 3, Texas had about 2.7 persons per household, and there were this many households, 7,393,354. And you got a land area of about 261,797 square miles. What's the population density of Texas in 2000? Okay, so in 2000, I'm going to take, wait a minute, I don't have how many people, guys. What do I have to do to find out how many people we've got? This lovely number times this lovely number. All right, so we need to do 2.74 times 7,393,354. And then we're going to have to divide that by the area, which was 261,797. You can actually type this all at once. Okay, so I got 2.74 times, I have to have a worksheet next to me. Okay, I got 2.74 times that ginormous number, 7,393,354. And then we can go ahead and hit divided by the area. And it was 261,797. And we've got about 77 people. Is that what you guys came out with? Okay, 77 people per square mile. All right, then it asks us what was the population density in 2009, because they're giving us that it was 24,782,302 people. How did the density compare to the density of 2000? Well, now for in 2009, we're going to put in the number they gave us, 24,782,302. We divide that by the same area. The land mass didn't change. And we're just going to get a new amount. All right, and here we go. Nathan? All right, 24,782,302. All right, divide that by the 261,797. All right, there it's about 95 people per square mile. Okay, so the kind of question you might have to answer would be, how do they compare? Well, what's 95 minus 77? 18, so it's in 2009. I'm going to write that over here. In 2009, there were 18 people per square mile more, okay, than in 2000. So clearly the population was increased. That says more, not move, more. All right, now we get to flip over. And I thought this was an interesting one for us to look at, although this isn't current census. You know what census means? When they count all the people. Okay. The population density for the borough of Queens, using the data in the table, we're going to use all this data. All it's giving us is everything we need to do the population density. So we're going to take, and I think we just type this on our calculator. So grab a calc and just put in the population, divide by the area. Okay, so bless you. We're doing Queens. Why? Oh, I'll talk about that after we get one of these. Okay, when I did just now Queens, I'm getting 20,408 people per square mile. Is that anything like the ones we calculated prior to this? It's dramatically different, isn't it? Why? Carolyn? The land area is a lot smaller. Okay, this is the city of what? Where are these places? Okay, and what does New York City look like? You know what I'm drawing, right? Ginormous buildings, right? They're all over the place. So you can fit a lot of people on all those floors. And they all come out at one time. Oh my gosh, what a mess. Looks like a bunch of ants probably from the top up in the sky. They were up in space. Anyway, or high up. All right, I'm being ridiculous. But anyway, that's why. All right, so it's very dense population and there's a lot of people. Can you imagine what that, oh man, I could think of a lot of logistics that we'd have to think about to have a city like that. Sewage, everything, all the water that they need. And, wow. All right, let's find the population density for the borough of Brooklyn. Did you know they're called boroughs, the little separation of the sections of the city? They're called boroughs. Round to the nearest person. There we go. Let's do another calculation. We're going to go 2,465,326 divided by 70.61. All right, so let's see. In this Brooklyn, there are 34,915 people per square mile. So it's even denser than Queens. And then we're going on. We're going to do Manhattan next. Manhattan, some of the most expensive real estate in the world. Go ahead and calculate. I'm going to not write it down because I think we just write down the answers. All we're doing is the same thing over and over on the chart. So we're taking those chart values, dividing. There's only 22.96 square miles in Manhattan. There are 66,951 people per square mile at the time this data was put into place, or thought of. 66,951 people per square mile. Okay, now we're going to find out Staten Island, and then we're going to make some comparisons. I think we got the Bronx to do as well. Okay, Staten Island, just divide. We got in the chart. This is probably one of the easier things we've ever done. Divide that by 58.48. 7,005. That's the smallest one we've seen so far. We're going to round that one to 7,588 people per square mile. All right, and finally, the last one, we're doing the Bronx. Excuse me. Only 42.03 square miles, where they got their land down to the hundreds square mile. Pretty important. 31,707 people per square mile. Can't write. There we go. All right, now what is the what borough had the highest density? All right, Manhattan. Okay, and the lowest? Staten Island. And you could make more comparisons if we had more questions. Okay, just one more thing, and I think we kind of got it, considering that's all we really do. We want to know how to go backwards, okay? So we've got a county with a population density that is 257 people per square mile. The way you get that, the county population is 4,288, You're supposed to divide that by the area of the land. So what's the area of this county? We can calculate it with this proportion. Treat it like a proportion. We would do cross, multiply, and divide. So we're going to be calculating 1 times 4,288 divided by 257. So actually, we're really doing 4,288 divided by 257. And that'll give us the area. Okay, so there's only 16.7. It said to round to the nearest amount, right? Square mile. So it's 17. Oh, don't know what I just did, but I got to find it again. About 17 square miles. Okay, now we're going to see if you'd like to ask me any questions from 11.5, which was yesterday's assignment, and I'm going to give out some review so you can start reviewing for the chapter test.